So in the last video, I talked about the importance of health and things like that. So of course, first and foremost, please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. The name of this channel is Money Travel Grow, and the purpose of this channel is for you to get your first digital marketing job so that you can have a location and financial independence. So and let me say this too, because this was something I was thinking about a few days ago. See, I think it's very disingenuous for people to have these posts on Instagram and um, having their YouTube channels. Because some people just like to live through other people, and that's fine, I guess. But that's not me. I like to live for me. If I see you doing something that I want to do, I want to find out how you did it. And for some of these people, there may be different coaching programs and stuff like that. They're out there. And I realize there is a degree of people out there who will never have the opportunity to travel abroad and do, what it is that they really want to do. But I'm speaking really about this issue of people living their best life and really pumping it up to be something that it's not. But more than that, this is the real crime in this now, is when they don't tell you how to do it. That's like someone preparing you a delicious meal, and then when you go to ask them, well, how did you make it? And then they don't want to tell you, or they don't know how to tell you. And so part of the purpose of this channel is to show people that you don't have to be on the sidelines. You can actually get involved, and you can actually get yourself a remote job in digital marketing, and you can go travel and do whatever it is you want to do. We live in a different world. We live in different times now that I believe it requires you to be more mobile than you've ever been. The world is set up that way, so why not take advantage of it? 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it wasn't really that way, but now anybody can do this if you choose to do so. So what I want to do is give you a bit of guidance, advice, and helpful hints to make that happen. Now, today's topic is a bit serious because uh, it sort of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, which was talking about staying healthy while you're traveling and things like that. But I want to tell you a quick story, something that happened to me a few years back when I was in Thailand. So, a few years ago, before I really learned how to take care of myself the way that I do now, I was in Thailand and I got sick. And I got sick. I think it was the combination of things. I think it was me sleeping under an air conditioner. I think it was me eating the wrong foods. But I got really sick. So much so that for 3 or 4 days, all I could do was just sleep. There was so much bad stuff coming out of my body that I was pretty much stuck. And the worst part about it was there was no one there to help me out. I had absolutely no one. Now, that is a sort of a different situation, being somewhere that you know you're only going to be there for just a few weeks or a few days. However, it got me thinking about, what if you were to go somewhere and you're staying there for a few months or a year or something like that? Who do you have covering you? Covering you. I saw a video, something that happened to someone in the Philippines where they were, brutally attacked. And while he lives in that community, I'm not sure if he had anybody that was really helping him out. And so I think it's really important that we step back and take inventory and find out, okay, who can I trust or who can I rely upon when my chips are down? Because you're not going to always be healthy. Um, you're not going to always be in the best state mentally. Um, and there's always those situations where you could get attacked, robbed, someone could steal your stuff. It's all kinds of things that happens while you are in a foreign country. And so I want to broach the topic of you really figuring out, okay, how do I form an alliance with people that I can depend upon in order to help me through this bad time. Now, when I was living in the Philippines a couple of years ago, I had people that I could rely upon. It's a little bit different here in Mexico. I haven't quite found that alliance, even though I will tell you my housekeeper, she comes here once or twice a week. She checks on me, so that's great. I'm in constant contact with my friends back home, so they know if they don't hear from me in a while or see this channel, there could be a potential problem. I also have a neighbor that lives next door, and he and I kind of have a really good friendship where I know that if something were to happen to me, he has my contact information. He has a way to reach out to my family and my friends and things like that. So you don't need a large circle of friends and a large circle of people. In fact, I would recommend against that. I would not tell people just to go out there and, you know, give your friendship away to a bunch of random people. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is it's very important that you consider the possibility that, hey, I may end up in a situation and no one's there for me. Again, we have this really, when I was in grad school, we called it heroic leadership, where we can sort of do it all. I remember growing up in the 80s and we would watch all these movies, Rambo, Terminator, all these things about these very masculine men who just, you know, took charge and, you know, didn't take any mess from anybody, and they did it all by themselves. Well, I think while I enjoyed those movies and still continue to enjoy those movies, I think that's a fallacy. I think that we all need someone, even people who are single out here, because it can get a little crazy, and you want to put yourself, you want to stay out of harm's way and put yourself in the best possible position from a safety standpoint. I know a lot of solo females travelers, that's one of the things that they always talk about, because as a man, I think we don't think about safety in the same way that women do. Unfortunately, we're just wired differently in that way. But I think safety is super important, because if you're living somewhere and you can't be safe, then what's the point in being there? I know there is a guy who does videos, I think it's SPK, and I love watching his videos. By the way, check his channel out. Please like, share, and subscribe when you go to his channel. But he did a video about a year ago where he went to Colombia, and one of the things that he talked about in the video was he did not feel safe in Colombia. Now, this is not to say that Colombia is completely an unsafe place or a completely safe place. That's neither here or there. When I went to Colombia, the 2 times I've been to Colombia, I didn't feel unsafe. However, I did take certain precautions that I felt that minimized my risk. One of the things that I did was I did not wear jewelry. I don't really wear jewelry anyway. I mean, I wear this, but no one's going to rob me for hematite. I mean, it's not that sort of thing. But I don't wear jewelry. I don't always have my phone out just flashing around. When I do go out, I carry enough money for that particular purpose. I rarely carry, you know, my credit card and things like that, because here's the thing. Let's say if you got a debit card and someone steals your credit card. Well, guess what? It's going to be very hard for you to get that money back with debit, more so than, let's say, credit. The credit card companies will gladly, you know, work with you getting your money back, but debit card companies may take a little bit longer. Debit cards may take a little bit longer, and if that money's gone, that's your money. So what am I implying here? I'm implying here that always, you know, try to be safe, but find people that you feel like you can trust and form an alliance with them, because again, if something goes down, you are so many miles away from your family. You know, that's one of the things that actually sucks about moving abroad that a lot of people don't talk about. They don't talk about the loneliness. They don't talk about the fact that you are kind of out here with complete strangers. Now, I have found here in Mexico, people are very friendly, people are very nice, but will people really have your back? And that's something that remains to be seen. Wonderful people though, so I'm not saying anything of course, demeaning or bad about the culture, because I think that within this world you have good people and you have bad people. That just wherever you are. And those of you out here who are waving the U.S. flag, like, oh, it's so much safer here than it is in Mexico and these other places, I would beg to differ. I think it's just unsafe in places in America as it is in places here in Mexico. But I also understand, too, that there are things I can do to minimize my risk. For example, I don't hang out at nighttime most nights. I'm in before it gets dark. Why? Because I just think that more bad things happen here at nighttime. Now, obviously, if I want to go out to a club or I want to go out to see a performance or just anything, I'm at nighttime, I'm not in fear, I'm not scared or anything like that. However, I just think it's important to just have situational awareness. Know where you are, and of course, be careful. If you're going to make a trip to another city, send your information to family and friends. My best friend, whenever I do something, he usually is the first to know, and he has a way to get in contact with my family and things like that. So at the very minimum, I'm going to tell him, because I don't always talk to my my family and friends, not on a regular basis, but he's someone that I definitely trust, and I know that if I get in a jam, he got my back and he can help me out. So these are the type of people that you need. But it's also important to have someone who is boots on the ground. Shout out to Sunshine Shoulders. My God, you say that 5 times. But that's pretty much it, was what I want to talk about with this video. I just think it's so important to have an alliance with 1 or 2 people so that you know that you're not out there. This isn't just important for women, this is also important for men. See, we want to talk about independence and I'm this and I'm that, but no one likes to be uncovered. That's a very scary thing, because you don't know, what could happen. And the last thing you want to do is to feel like you're out there alone and by yourself. But again, these are things that people don't talk about. They just sell you the beaches, the dating stuff. They talk about, the food. They tell you, they show you the glamour, but there's so much more to traveling abroad than anything else. Because for all intent and purposes, you're living in a new country and you need to, again, take certain precautions. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off this call right now, but thanks again for taking the time to come to this channel and watch this video. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all take care. Bye.